The game is afoot, not a word. Into your clothes and come.
Come, Watson. Come.
I'll wait for you in the sitting room. I've just received a note from Inspector Lestrade, a letter from the suburbs. He is in need of my presence. Whenever he has asked for my assistance, it has always turned out to be entirely justified. I fancy that every one of his cases has found its way into your collection.
Yes, they all seem worthy of...
However, I regret your fatal habit of looking at everything from the point of view of a story instead of a scientific exercise.
Oh, Holmes, you
I beg your pardon, I digress. It would be much better to examine this letter than to try to convince you.
Why is my view like that? Is the fat woman there? Does she ever sleep? It's not raining. That's a bad detail. That's her up there, isn't it?
The letter is on the table, Holmes. You should take a look.
Give me one hot minute.
A wax seal with the monogram E.B. The Brackenstall family coat of arms.
So Edward Brackenstall. That's a guess.
A wax...
Open it then. Mother, right?
I can tell from Lestrade's handwriting that he was in a hurry when he wrote this letter.
Dear Mr. Holmes, I should be very glad of your immediate assistance in what promises to be a most remarkable case. It is something quite in your line. Except for releasing the lady, I will see that everything is kept exactly as I have found it, but I beg you not to lose an instant. It is difficult to leave Sir Eustace there. Yours faithfully, Inspector Lestrade. Eustace? What kind of name is that?
So, what is it, Holmes?
Promising, as always. It appears to be a case of murder.
So you believe that Sir Eustace is dead?
I should say so. Lestrade wouldn't have sent for me for less. His writing shows considerable agitation, and he is not an emotional man. These people belong to high society. The quality of the writing paper, the E.B. monogram, their coat of arms. The crime was committed before midnight.
Holmes, how can you possibly tell?
Well, it is all thanks to Lestrade. He wrote his letter at 3:30 in the morning. Imagine the chain of events before that. The local police had to be called in. Scotland Yard was notified. Lestrade himself had to make haste there, and finally compose the letter he sent to me. All of that makes for a fair night's work.
It makes sense. Lestrade also speaks of the woman he released.
That seems to indicate that she had been held somewhere during the crime. Much time has been wasted. Let us find a cab and go to Abbey Grange immediately. I live in hope of an interesting morning.
Cabs run constantly back then? Was that a thing? We're gonna have now to do so we. Sound is really good, you know, really good design work in this game, top to bottom. Like, they could have just half-assed that, but it sounds like a carriage going across like a country road.
Ah, Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson, here you are. I'm very glad that you have come, but perhaps I should not have troubled you after all.
And
what is up with
why
that
is
wallpaper?
Lady Brackenstall has come to her senses, and she has given so clear an account of the affair that there is not much left for us to do. You remember that Lewisham gang of burglars?
What, the three Randalls?
Exactly. The father and two sons. It's their work. They stole a silver service, which is of great value.
Sir Eustace Brackenstall is dead, then?
Yes. His head was knocked in with his own poker.
A violent act of aggression.
Yes, the poor lady. She has had a most dreadful experience. She was assaulted and tied to a chair. But I think that you would best see her and hear her account of the facts. She's in the morning room with her maid, Teresa Wright.
Where is the body of the deceased?
In the dining room. We haven't touched anything.
All right. I'm going to examine it.
Very good, Watson.
Dankeschön, Watson. Right. This wallpaper, wow.
Sir Warthen Brackenstall.
It's like Keanu Reeves.
Lord Brigham Brackenstall.
Mozart.
Baron Lyndon Brackenstall. Lord Ramsay Brackenstall.
I get it.
Lady Brackenstall awaits you in the morning room. Lady...
Fuck you. Hello!
Ladies, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting Inspector Lestrade in this investigation.
Mr. Holmes, I am the wife of Sir Eustace Brackenstall. We were married only a year ago.
I am sorry for your loss. Please accept my deepest condolences.
I suppose that it is no use my attempting to conceal that our marriage has not been a happy one. I fear that all would tell you that, even if I were to attempt to deny it.
I wonder if she's got a bruise. Pouty mouth. Smells good. Nice brooch. Nice titties. Wedding ring. Bruises. What is it? Smile. Something blue around here. Mascara. Not a happy marriage.
You mentioned that your marriage was not a happy one.
When did you
Was
go to
there
Australia?
anything specific that was troubling you?
He was not a nice man when he was drunk, and he suffered from dark moods, but nothing else.
Hold it.
The bruises on your hands are at least 1 week old. Your husband caused those bruises?
Oh, do you? Yes, he did. He was very angry at the time. Out of control. Again. Sir Eustace was a drunkard. To be tied to such a man for life is worse than death.
Can you describe to me the events of yesterday evening?
Is it really necessary? I have already told Inspector Lestrade all that happened.
Yes, madam, it is.
I will tell you then. Sir Eustace retired about 10:30. I sat in this room until after 11, absorbed in a book. Before I went upstairs, I entered the dining room to fetch a candle and... oh God.
Please, go on.
As I approached the French window, I found myself face to face with an elderly, broad-shouldered man who had just stepped into the room. Close behind the first man, I saw two others. One of them struck me a savage blow with his fist and felled me unconscious to the ground.
And then?
When I came to myself, I found that they had secured me tightly to a dining room chair. It was at that instant my unfortunate husband entered the room.
He fought with the intruders?
Yes, I think he had hurt them, for he was holding his stick. But they were three, and he eventually succumbed. One of them, the elder one, struck him a terrible blow with the poker. I fainted once more. When I opened my eyes, they had withdrawn. Then my brave Teresa came to my assistance.
Did you order hitmen to kill your husband?
Did these three villains steal anything?
Yes, I found that they had taken the silver from the sideboard, but you can see for yourself in the dining room.
Your ladyship?
She was lying about her husband hurting her, which means she doesn't want to be seen as a suspect. picture.
These scratches are most definitely made by the picture frame.
Safe.
This is Sir Eustace's safe. There may be something important inside. I must ask Lady Brackenstall to open it.
Open the fucking safe!
Lady Brackenstall, could you open this wall safe?
Just never
No,
seen it.
it is my husband's safe. I do not know the combination.
We have to open it.
Here we
Your
go.
ladyship.
My lady? Oh no. Go on, give us your life
Teresa,
story.
I would like to hear your testimony.
Certainly, sir.
Give me a fucking life story.
As I sat by my bedroom window, I saw 3 men in the moonlight down by the lodge gate.
There
But
was
I
no
thought nothing
moon.
of it at the time. Oh, if I'd known.
And then?
I went to bed, and it was more than an hour after that I heard my mistress scream. And down I ran, to find her tied to the chair and him on the floor with his head smashed. That's all I know.
She's an Aussie. She's Australian. Australian brooch. Bruises. Pissed herself. Okay, let's crack this bitch.
Let us try to open this safe.
Do do do
This safe
do.
can be cracked. I only have to pay attention. The dial will vibrate when it is set to the correct number.
Good thing I'm using a fucking mouse. $15. Really? This would be the easiest safe to crack in the world. Why did I need to even ask about the number? Money!
It is common practice to keep one's valuables in a safe behind a painting. It should not really pose a challenge for a criminal. Antique coins, possibly of value, but they're scattered without care. Antique...
Here we go. Sir Eustace, your current physical and mental state is of great concern. There are several signs of hepatic decompensation. The last that we met, your eyes were bloodshot and your skin was tinged with yellow. There is a particular odor from your breath that is common in those suffering from liver damage. Then there are the lung abscesses that we have discussed. The leg cramps you have described to me are caused by alteration to the nervous system, which in turn is caused by an excess of alcohol. That includes the tremors. Your liver seemed excessively hard at the time of your examination, which is a sign of an evolving cirrhosis. There are also signs of ascites, fluid in the peritoneal cavity, which are evident with your swollen stomach. The pain beneath your left ribs indicate a pancreatic malady, which may lead to fatal and fulminant pancreatitis. Your condition may pose a risk to others. Your excessive alcohol consumption lowers your self-control and heightens your aggression. I'm available to help with you with this problem. There are a number of treatment options. Wow, he had some shit going on. That's hardcore boozing.
This photograph of Lady Brackenstall and her maid Teresa was taken at a port.
Liverpool.
But which one?
Oh god. Rocket
So the
Gibraltar.
lady and her maid
Australia.
came from Australia a year and a half ago on this ship.
Fucking Aussies. No. Oh my god, 5 pages. Less than a fortnight ago, this infamous family of burglars, the Randalls as they are known, made their reappearance by way of a brutal but successful intrusion into one of the wealthier homes in Sydenham. The police are already on their trail. However, the details of the crime are being kept confidential, including that of the name of the victim. A witness was able to provide a precise description of all 3 men, and this will surely give the police a chance to complete their profile of the family of delinquents. We would take the liberty of reminding our esteemed readers about this highly dangerous band. To provide the full description as it is available at this moment, the gang has been in business for some considerable time, being a family of 3, a father and 2 sons. The elder, Jack Randall, is a man in his 40s and already grey-haired, while average height and build. Being the mastermind behind the burglaries, he retains control over his sons, both of whom are close in age but very different in appearance. The first son, William Randall, is tall and broad-shouldered with a small, disproportionate head. The younger brother, Melvin Randall, is a somewhat weaker constitution and is skinny as a rake. The gang is wanted not only for their frequent thefts and break-ins, but for the exceptionally brutal pirate career they enjoyed before returning to England. Be alert, and may your valuables stay safe. Now, why was that?
The description of the Randall gang provided by Lady Brackenstall is identical to the one in the Times article.
Why would that paper be there? It's because she was using it as a way to cover the murder. She got 3 guys, probably didn't even look like them, but then described them as they were described in the paper. It's a cover-up. She ordered them to kill her husband. Let's go for it. Short case. She killed her husband. There you go. There you go. From Australia and violent behaviour, those 2 go together. What? That's for real though. Okay, we need more data. I'm telling you, she did it. And I wouldn't blame her. She's getting the crap beaten out of her.
What do you know about Sir Eustace, Inspector? What was his reputation?
A charming man when sober, but an absolute demon when he was drunk. In such moments he was apparently capable of anything. Why, once he splashed fuel on Lady Brackenstall's dog and set it alight. Another day he threw a decanter of wine at Miss Wright's head.
The alcohol seemed to madden him.
To the point that we were forced to intervene several times to avoid a scandal.
We're gonna have a moral thing at the end where we're like, nah, I know it was her, but I'm gonna let her go because she was getting the crap beaten out of her. Let's go and talk to Watson. What's up, Watson?
You should examine the body of Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
It's going to be a short case. Nice. Let's go for a walk, eh? Lovely music. Top to bottom, just quality production.
So, Watson, What have you learned
Are we
from
sure he's
examining
dead?
Sir Eustace's body?
Well, I can confirm that the death was instant. Sir Eustace was facing his attacker when he received the blow to his head. There are no other apparent injuries.
It is covered in blood. Sir Eustace might have struck his head upon it while falling from the blow. That is one possible explanation. The head was cracked with the force of the blow. That must be the murder weapon. Quite a large stick, a formidable weapon.
See, here's where the fucked up. She said she saw the brothers outside an hour before she heard a scream. Now, why would they keep her tied up for an hour if they were doing a robbery? It was a hit, and she was talking to them for an hour.
Barefoot, he had therefore been in bed and did not have time to fully dress.
Tea time.
It appears that the bell rope was cut by someone taller than me. A fur trader's cabin.
Why did they cut the bell rope? To tie her up?
A fur trader's cabin. A deer hunt. This door leads to the upstairs bedrooms. Apparently the criminals did not venture there. These wine bottles are expensive and mostly from France. This candlestick is valuable. It is interesting that it was not also stolen. An empty silverware box. It appears that the intruders have stolen the contents.
What else do you want to tell me? Come on. Something else here, because it closes when you've got everything. Shit, man, what is it? Look, that's going to be incomplete. What else is here? Bottle, 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 bottle.
These
Candlestick. Silverware. Big plant. Nothing here. There is nothing here. What else is there? Try this. Okay. Yeah, what else is there? I'm missing something, or it's not coming up. God.
The hunting scene.
Seeing the crime scene, I'm not going to get that completed until I've seen everything there.
A decanter standing next to the open bottle. An inseparable pair indeed.
The three criminals were having a drink.
This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing. This glass has some wine. There is beeswing at the bottom, as if the wine had not been decanted before being poured. It is rather strange that only one of these glasses has dregs of beeswing inside it, while the other two are clear.
What?
Chateau Calon-Ségur, French wine, Grand Cru.
Chateau de what? Okay. Bent poker, dead body. That seems an obvious one. There were three people drinking wine out the glasses. One of the three probably prefers wine with beeswing. What the fuck is beeswing? There were two people drinking wine out the glasses. Hold on. Something else here that I need to see. But as you can see, it's not appearing. For whatever reason. Empty
A bottle
bottle
of wine is missing here.
Hmm.
The criminals did not thoroughly ransack the house. They only took a
There's
little
that
silverware.
rope.
Sailor's knots. That's interesting. This rope was handled by the murderers. We need a scent hound to follow their trail. I will take it with me.
Okay.
This is the chair that Lady Brackenstall was tied to.
Sniff the seat. A day. We're gonna follow the scent trail. Okay, we're off to Baker Street. Watson, what are you doing? Why are your legs so close to mine? Okay guys, I'm going to leave the video there. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please like, comment and subscribe, and I will catch you next time for more Sherlock Holmes. Goodbye guys.